All right, we kick off this session here with 6 tables. We're running 3 1-2s and 2 $50. There's not many games running right now, so we have a couple of $50 open. Oh, okay, and no wasted time here. Pick up aces, bottom middle. And we get a caller out of the small blind, which this is a fish. You should never be calling out of the small blind. It's always a 3-bet or fold for the most part. Just going to size up here. All right, take a small pot down. Hoping this Omaha game gets going. We got an open from, again, a short stack here. We're going to label as green. This whole table is amazing. Look at this table. All greens. I'll probably be completing out of the big blind if it folds around to us with ace-9 off. Typically, I wouldn't continue versus a strong player with this hand from facing an under the gun open. Complete with 7-5 here. I think this range, we have a gutter to the nuts and we have a backdoor flush draw with an overcard. So I think this range here nails my range, given the fact that I just completed out of the big blind. I'm just going to bet out pretty strong here. I think we get 2 folds for the most part. Okay. We get 1 caller out of the button and we just turn the nuts. So I'm not sure if I should go for a check raiser. I think I just continue betting. We're pretty deep. Like we have almost 200 big blinds. So I'm gonna just size up. And he does call. Oh man. Now we chop. We chop with a lot of hands now. I think I'm just gonna bet small enough now to get called by like a 2-pair or a set. And we're obviously calling a shove. We only lose the 8-5. Yeah, see, we chop. It's a horrible river card. Ace-9, we're going to bet now. We're going to charge all aces that aren't 2 pairs and aces with a diamond in it. And any random, like, king-10 with the king of diamonds, we're going to charge those. And now we're just going to bet small enough to try to induce a raise out of, like, a bricked flush draw. And while also getting called by an ace. So if he raises here, I'm actually going to call. But we bet small enough that we got called. So he may have just had a queen too because we bet small enough. Let's see what he had. And he did have just a weaker ace. So I'm happy with the way we played that. Pretty gross spot with the 7-5 up there. Like... Let's see. Let's look at that again. So we hammered flop, and he just calls with like a naked gutter. It's a horrible call. So we should have just won it on the flop, but he ends up turning the straight, the worst straight, and then rivering the chop pot. How blessed must you be? All right, Ashwar here. We're going to label as green, short stack. This guy we're going to label as green, short stack. These guys, once again, oh, we timed out with 9s. Damn it. So once again, like these short stacks, like they're fundamentally not sound with their game. Like they should be buying in for full stacks. There should be no reason why they don't have a full stack. So that's a little bit of a tell. Tempted to just call one here with the ace of hearts, ace queen of hearts. I think I'm going to. I'm just going to float him one time. Continue on all ace queens or hearts. And we can just give up now. Completing out of the big blind here with king queen. And he checks, which is interesting. It's either he hates that. He either had 2 pair, now he hates the 4 straight on board, or he's trapping. But I'm going to check back. I'm not going to go for it here. I think he's checking 2 call. I think he has a hand like 9-7, possibly 8-9 or 6-7. And we have showdown value now, so there's no point in betting. But I'd be confident, fairly confident he's got 6-7 or so, some kind of 2 pair. Maybe a busted flush draw. Just top pair with a decent kicker. We ended up rivering him there. But our float on the flop has decent equity. You know, if we turn a heart and we have 2 overs. Pick up queens now, bottom right. I'm going to bet super small up here, top right with queen 10. I don't think anyone's got a king. We get 2 calls. I bet that one of them has a 9, and then I bet one of them had like 2 spades. So I'm going to bet big enough that a 9 might fold, and I'm going to bet small enough that I fold out just any brick spades. And we do take that down with queen high. Let's just look at why I did that here. I mean, I don't think on the turn, I don't think anybody's not raising a king, right? Like if we really break that down, I'm going to block our bet bottom right. Timing out everywhere now. So yeah, I don't think anyone's got a king. Check call here, bottom right, or check fold, one of the two. We'll see what the sizing is. Does have a king. Too bad. So yeah, back to this hand. I don't think anyone's not raising a king here. So it's always just like a pair of 6s, maybe a pair of 7s, and then like a weak 9. But nobody's ever got a king. And then one of them's definitely got a turn flush draw. Because, I mean, even on the flop went check, check. Nobody bet a king on the flop, right? Nobody bet a 9 on the flop. Tough to imagine that. So could be a hand like 7-8 as well, right? Calls 1 7-8, calls 1 2 spades, and you know, our bet is good because at least we get like an ace x high flush draw to fold. That if it goes to showdown, we're losing against that. Ace high would beat us. So yeah, I think we played that one good. My voice is a little bit destroyed this morning. Last night we had a 500-person stag, so it's pretty eventful. 5s here. I'm just gonna complete bottom right. I mean, you should usually just be 3 better folding out of the small blind, but I want to invite in this guy here. And also, I don't think I'm going to get much fold equity versus these green players here who are probably just going to be calling super light. And 5s isn't the greatest hand to be playing out of position when you're called super light by players, because you're just going to be running into overcards like almost always. So I prefer to just call here on out of the small blind, invite this bigger fish in, go to a multi-way pot. Check calling here, middle. Calling here with 3s. Flop a set. Flop a set here. He's going to have all the ace kings, all the ace queens, and then he's going to have all the middling and over pairs. So the question is, do I just get it in here? I think we can get it in here. Because I think ace king and ace queen might just get frustrated and just reshove. And then I think all the over pairs will probably just reshove as well to my raise. So I'm going to raise small enough that he thinks he can get fold equity with a reshove with a hand like ace king and ace queen. He does reshove. And he does have 10s, which is exactly what we put him on. Either, oh, it's gross. He rivers, he turns the set over set situation on the second run out. But yeah, that's exactly what we put him on. So versus that entire range, all over pairs and like ace king, ace queen hands, those are all getting it in pretty much. and we crush all those hands. So versus these two players, I have the backdoor flush draw. I'm gonna bet 1/3 here. I have 2 overs and a backdoor flush draw. I mean, these guys could have same type of hands as I do: king jack, king queen suited, ace jack suited, ace 10 suited, all that stuff. So a small bet should win here. And if we get called, we still have 2 overs and a backdoor flush draw. So we're not in too bad of a equity position. We can rep queen turns if he's got a hand like pocket jacks, pocket tens, all that stuff. We can rep all that. So there's decent turn cards that we can rep. Barrel on hearts. I'm gonna check back here with a7. I'll be calling a river bet, and if he checks to us, I'll be betting 1/3 to try to get called by a hand like queen jack or something, jack 10, jack 8, stuff like that. Maybe even a naked 9. He does call. Let's see what he had. Just a naked 9. So our bet sizing gets called there, right? We get an extra bet due to our sizing. So we're just targeting that weaker range of hands that we beat. And given the fact that we didn't bet the turn, gets us paid more often. It's like, why didn't I bet the turn, right? That's a question people might ask. So, I mean, I'll be able to bet the turn here with quite a few hands. I'll have a lot of stronger aces. I'll have flush draws. I'll have sets. I'll have 2 pairs. I'll be able to bet all that. So when I have nothing, I want to be able to protect that range when I have nothing. And so I'll be checking back some of my weaker aces, and I'll be checking back some of my stronger jacks. So I have a check back range here where I don't always have nothing. So it protects me. For the times when I do have nothing, my opponents may not bluff into me because I have a protected range there where, oh, just because I check back doesn't mean I had nothing, right? And so they may hesitate to bluff me into the future there. And I'll be able to get the showdown with like my more garbage hands easier. I hope that makes sense. We'll take this video till 9:45. It's 9:38 right now, so 7 more minutes. Okay, we'll get rid of this Omaha table because nobody's playing. I'm going to join a heads-up Hold'em table. We'll get some heads-up action in here for you guys. There's no games running right now. I mean, I shouldn't say no games. There's 5 games. But there's no 1-2. There's only 2 or 3 1-2. Pick up kings first hand, heads up. And he folds. Too bad. King 7, we can call here, we can raise. I'm going to raise. Suited. Isolate with the king jack here versus this fish who limps. Never limp. Never limp, ladies and gentlemen. You're giving your money away. He has no aggression in the hand. I have the betting lead. You know, it's just not a good play to be limping. Here I'm going to bet super small. I think we just win outright. But a lot of his limping range is going to consist of like ace X suiteds and then like all low pairs. So we don't have to bet too big there. We can find out relatively quick if he's got an ace. We have a lot of aces in our range, way more than he does, because we raised pre-flop. Ace 8, I have showdown value with ace high. I'm not going to be bluffing here. He's going to have a lot of this, and he's going to have some decent equity too. Even if we have him beat on the turn, he's going to have a hand like queen 10 that may call. Just going to fold now. We're going to size up here. I think we can target a jack. We can target flush draws. We can even get called by a 9. Again, we're going to isolate here with 9-10 suited. We're going to label this guy as a fish for limping. How dare you? We're going to open queen 10 of diamonds up here in the top right. We're folding jack 10 in the middle. Not a good flop. If you think of a limping range, it's going to consist of all lower pairs. Some middling suited broadways that I could get to fold, but for the most part, it's going to be smaller pairs or over pairs to this board, like 7s and 8s. I am going to bet one time, though. One and done. 3 betting, bottom left. I'm going to C-bet this. 2 overs and a backdoor flush draw. 2 overs and a backdoor straight draw. Okay. Question is, this isn't necessarily the backdoor straight draw that we were hoping for. We could have continued barreling on a jack, but we can't continue barreling on this. We're going to be giving up with the 9-10 now. We're one and doneing this, like we said. Small potential for us to rep that jack. I'm going to be check folding or possible check calling here on this top right, depending how big the bet is. That bet's too big. We have 2 overs in a gutter, but I'm just going to let him have that one. Bet small here for value. Tempted to rep this jack. Come in for an overbet, perhaps. I think we can get all diamonds to fold. I think we can get just a 6 to fold with a big bet here. We can be fairly certain that he doesn't have pocket 4s now, so that's a nice feeling. It's basically only pocket 3s, pocket 6s can confidently play against us here. So I'm going to make his range 7s through 9s, I want to say, and then like all ace X suiteds fold. We can't win with 10 high either, so I don't mind turning that into a bluff. And he's going to the tank, so we know he's got showdown value for him to be going into the tanks. He's probably got like 7s or 6. Folding here. Just a 3. Nice call, my boy. Nice call. I mean, I'm still happy with the way we played it because he was very weak. I'm raising 10s here, bottom right. I'm just going to make a label on this guy, do not bluff, because he obviously calls light. So next time we'll just have it. Nice call by him, though, I guess. I mean, I hope he's not making those calls all the time. We're gonna be calling here with 10s. Like, this guy's a huge fish. Like, see, we labeled him as a fish like right out of the gate, and look at that. He gets jack 7, all in pre. Big fish. See, and the only tell we had on him, by the way, was the fact that he was a short stack, right? Like, we didn't see him play any hands. I'm telling you, that is the #1 tell as to whether or not somebody is trash. I'm going to check back here. He's short stack. Try to make a hand. I'm going to call 1 here with queen 10 of diamonds. Try to river diamond. No dice. But we might be able to bluff on that river. And I don't know what leads out here. I don't know what leads out here. I'm tempted to call here with bottom left with 8-9. I mean, he's going to have a random 2 pair that was rivered. But I have a 9, so I don't know how you would have rivered 2 pairs. So you either rivered a straight or it's brick spades. And I don't know. I think I'm going to call here. And it is brick spades. Boy, oh boy, are our reads on point today. All right, one more minute and we'll wrap this video up. Folding now. Queen jack suited here. We had 2 overs and a backdoor flush draw, backdoor straight draw, so I didn't mind barreling 1, and we would have got there. Damn it. I'm just kidding. We could not continue to that raise. It's a good raise by him. Fold, fold, fold. All right. That's it for this session. I hope you guys enjoyed some of those reads. And if you like this, again, like I said, like I'll always say, like, follow, share, comment if you want more. And I'll continue to release these videos. Till next time. See you guys.